Hello friends, good evening. Dr. Gagandeep Kaurbalati this side from Weaving Dreams. Friends, as you all know, we keep on organizing talk shows on our platform Weaving Dreams. Now I'm teaching in the college. At the same time, I'm trying to organize talk shows for you all, wherein I have my own lectures and we also keep on inviting personalities from different fields. One of the topic that a friend of mine who is a young student, she asked me to speak on is work-life balance. She has recently joined college as an assistant professor. And we generally keep on talking about what is work-life balance, how to maintain work-life balance, which is actually very important nowadays. Now, why is actually work-life balance so very important? Before that, we need to understand the concept of what exactly work-life balance is. Let me tell you, whenever, like if we just go to the simple definition part, work-life balance, whenever we are able to maintain the balance between our work and our lives very smoothly. Because nowadays, especially the women, they have to work very hard. Why have they to work very hard? Because nowadays the things have become very difficult now. We need to survive in the timings of inflation. Earlier, what used to happen was only the men used to go out and work and they used to earn the money for the complete family. But now, even the women have to go out and earn for the family. One thing. Now the women are becoming more educated. They, after seeking so much of education, they do not just want to sit behind at home. They want to go out and share their knowledge with the rest of the world. They wish to go out and earn for the complete family. They wish to utilize education, the skills that they have gained in their lives. No. What happens is earlier the women used to be at home, the men used to go out and earn for the complete family. And the women used to look after the children, they used to look after the complete work. But now what's happening? When even the women are moving out to work, there is some problem at the family. Many a times this is seen. Why is there a problem? Because the same women who were spending the complete time in the family, now she is moving out. Who would be looking after the children? Who would be looking after the complete household work, even if there is help from the helpers, from the maids, or from the servants? At the same time, someone from the family has to be at home. But now, if the women are working out, men are working out, who is going to be there at home? We have help, as I said, at the same time. You know what? Generally, what a woman does. Whenever this happens with me, also many a times, when I am in the college, I'm constantly thinking about आज मेड आई कि नहीं आई उसने आज शाम को आना नहीं है मैंने घर जाना है काम करना है many a times I'm really sure all the women sitting here they would accept and they would agree with what I am saying. All the time when we are outside the home, we are thinking about family, we are thinking about household work, we are thinking about our children. All the time we're just thinking about our home, our life. I'm really sure that every woman can relate to this. I'm not saying that we are not committed, we are not sincere with the work, we are committed with the work, but it's a human tendency for any women that all the time we have our family in our minds. Now, what does this mean? Are we not able to pass or be successful in our work? Yes, of course, we are able to because a woman is the only person who can always try to balance both the things, balance both the work and balance the home also. And how can we balance that? This exactly we would be talking about today. How can we maintain the work-life balance? Now, I've already told you what work-life balance is. Now, one more thing I would like to say, it's not only for women, it's for men also. Even they need to maintain the work-life balance because even men come back home, their parents are expecting something from them, their children, their family, their wife, their siblings are expecting something from them. That the male person is also expected to spend time with the family. So now how do we actually go and maintain the work-life balance? You know what, this actually plays a very significant part in our lives because our work actually ensures that there is some food on the table and the ready-made pot is full. What do I mean by this? We need work all the time. We just cannot say that काम के बिना गुजारा चल रहा है. नहीं चल रहा, काम भी जरूरी है, तभी खाना आएगा टेबल पे. Got it? But then it is very tough to achieve the work-life balance आज के time में, because it's so unpredictable and the business world is so fast-paced now. इतनी जल्दी जल्दी सब कुछ हो रहा है, स्पेशली इन द मेट्रो सिटीज. व्हाट्स हैपनिंग नाउ, देयर इज सो मच ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्टेशन दैट्स टेकिंग प्लेस. कम्यूट करना इज सो टफ बिकॉज ऑफिस इज एट one corner of the city and the home is at another corner of the city. कम्यूट करने में ही it takes around 1 to 2 hours. Then by the time person goes to the office, spending 2 hours, then spending the complete day in the office, and then coming back again, spending 1 to 2 hours in commutation and transportation. Pura din nikal gaya. And do we have the time for the family? Do we have the time for ourselves? Now, as we grow increasingly more connected through technology and social media, हमें ये लगता था कि हमारा work life balance maintain हो जाएगा, because now if I cannot talk, if I cannot meet a friend, I can go in for video conferencing or I can go in for a calling. But at the same time, और ज़्यादा मुश्किल हो गया है अब अपने वर्क को और पर्सनल लाइफ को सेपरेट करना और मेंटेन करना. हमें पहले लगा था टेक्नोलॉजी आ गई, आई एम टॉकिंग ऑन फोन, बट डू यू रियली थिंक दैट टॉकिंग ऑन फोन इज सफिशिएंट? No, it is not sufficient. We still need to maintain balance. We still need to go and meet our friends, our family, and I just cannot expect anyone to go back home and tell the children, okay, fine, I'll talk to you on phone tomorrow. Abhi, I don't have the time for you. No, this cannot be done. So today we would be talking on certain techniques that can be used to maintain the work-life balance. सबसे पहली technique which I always say and I try to adapt on myself also, because even I am working at the same time, I have a family, so you should always play to your strengths. See what are your strengths. Got it? This is very important. कि what is the positive point in my life, in my mind? मेरे में positive ऐसा क्या है? उसके basis पे make it as a catalyst, and then you can go further and maintain the work-life balance. How? The first thing, management by exception. I'm really sure those people who have a management background or who have listened something about, heard something about management. उसमें क्या है, हम एक point करते हैं management by exception. Exception means जो कुछ काम करे बिना गुजारा हो सकता है वैसा करो. Now what happens? I'll give an example which I always tell my students. For example, you are working on a very high position in the organization. Now you are expected to do only certain tasks. The rest of the task has to be decentralized and the rest of the task has to be told to the junior staff to do. Got my point? Okay. So now likewise in the family also, when you have to maintain the work-life balance, what you have to do? जो छोटे मोटे काम है उसके लिए हेल्पर है, कर लो. Now if you're working on in a good organization, अब वो चॉपिंग वगैरह, जैसे I tell when we discuss with colleagues of चॉपिंग का काम या किचन का काम, I never promote anyone, I never encourage anyone. ठीक है, अपने खाना जरूर खुद बनाओ. This is what I personally also do. But at the same time, छोटे मोटे काम के लिए you can always have a helper. You can always have a servant if you can really afford. Then second thing what I always promote is prioritize your time, which is most important. We should have the priorities in our life. एक story भी मैंने बहुत पहले सुनाई थी, कभी फिर कभी I'll tell you which are the most important things in our life. What are the most important things? Second point, who are the most important people in our lives? वो सबसे पहले हमें prioritize करना है. Normally what happens, we spend most of our time on telephone. We spend most of our time on laptop, which is actually not very important. So once we are back home from our office, we need to see to it. We just obviously, I can't say that we have to shut down the laptop or we have to shut down the phone, but try to spend minimal of time on the electronic gadgets when you are back home. Prioritize your time and prioritize the people in your life who have to be given more importance now. Next, spend time on yourself. As I said, the first point was know your strengths. That means accordingly, बी सेल्फ अवेयर. व्हाट इज बीइंग सेल्फ अवेयर? हम लोग हमेशा दूसरों को ही जानने की कोशिश करते हैं, कभी अपने आप को तो जानते नहीं है कि व्हाट एम आई, हु एम आई, what importance do I have in the family, what importance do I have in the society. That is again very important. अपने आप को पहचानना, like then only we'll be able to find out what are the strengths in us, what are the weaknesses in us, and accordingly we can maintain the work life balance. Then always have set working hours, because generally I've seen the people आजकल pandemic में भी हो रहा है, whoever we don't have the set working hours, especially the women working from home. They can have the client anytime at their home. For example, they have a boutique or they have some online trading. No, don't do that. Have a set time of work so that you can spend the rest of the time with your family, which is very important. Then make your workspace work for you. You got my point. Make your workspace. That means you should have that kind of a workspace wherein all the facilities, all the infrastructure should be very systematically done. You should have everything handy with you so that you just don't have to move around most of the time searching for things. Have everything be very systematic. And lastly, which is the most important point, spend time on learning communication skills. There's one very important point which is always important for us. There is no harm in going forward and seeking help from someone. If you're not able to do some particular task, don't feel shy. I should not ask someone else to help me. Go forward and ask that person for help rather than you just spending much of your time and then getting angry at yourself that and then getting depressed of yourself that why am I not able to solve this particular problem. There is no harm if you go forward and ask your friend, your family, your relative, your colleagues, your associates for help. Go ahead. I'm really sure that they are always there for you. Don't shirk that. Go ahead. So, this is what I have to say about maintaining work life balance, which is very important, especially for the women. Because many a times, if we are not able to maintain the work life balance, our family has so much of expectations from us. And if we are not able to maintain the balance, all those expectations we are not able to come up to, and there can be differences or problems in the family with the children. Therefore, this is actually very, very important. And with that, I would like to end this. I'm really sure that you like this. And in case you like this, go ahead and don't forget to subscribe and keep on looking out for our next telecast, for our next lecture, for our next program or the next talk show on the Vivian Games channel. Thank you so much for now. Bye.